Hello, Jason Davenport.
All right. Hello, Super Fizz. We meet again.
Yes, chat 11, is that right?
This is Chat 11. I guess since
Because chat
Chat
10
10 was
was,
two parts, we
yeah,
got a.
chat
My online video
10.3.
editor told me it was exceeding a time limit, so I had to chop that one up into two pieces. But it
Got
actually
it.
worked out really good since the discussion uh, halved at the halfway point. That at least created two equal portions, so that was good.
Yeah. And I think that feels like a week ago. I haven't really, no offense to you, but I haven't kept up. I don't know, like, I haven't really looked at, do we have comments? I know that you did deploy your first instructional content, and I honestly haven't followed up on that at all. So what's your current status right now? And maybe we should introduce like the theme of what, like the big picture. So if you want to do like a 1 minute what these calls are about, then we can jump into like your past week.
Sure, I'm getting one-on-one access to the ins and outs of a beginner's guide to cryptocurrency and Ethereum, and getting pointed in all these different directions, and able to sort of pepper Super Fizz with any of my queries on the subject. And I'm trying to use that information to develop online content in a couple of different formats that I've been thinking of, but primarily creating online learning modules, learning using some software called Articulate Rise and Articulate Storyline. But I'd also like to create some short form content as well. I created a YouTube channel called ETH EDU, and I'm hoping that once or twice a week I can put up some short form content for people to consume as well.
So
So
yeah, so I have two things.
sure.
I don't have a video for you. Are you recording video for yourself? I like to see you if I
I don't
can.
see myself.
I don't see
I
you either.
thought. Let me see if how do I activate that? Oh,
I
I
mean,
see.
I feel like you're a hot dude. Am I
Okay.
allowed to say that out loud?
Uh, all right. I think we're good. There we
All
go.
right.
Cool.
Um,
I appreciate that.
yeah,
Uh,
so short form video clip content is very exciting to me. It's one of the things that I'm willing to encourage ETH Staker to support a grant for you, and that would be something like we have a call tomorrow at 10 a.m.
mhm.
10 a.m. our time. It's going to be about withdrawals. It's the Chapella, the hard fork that we've been talking about since we started talking, that
Okay.
will allow withdrawals. I would love if you had the opportunity to consume that call and find like uh, what you felt like were 1 minute clips and really just tweet them like one a day. If if you ever found it within your scope to tweet
Mhm.
1 minute of e-staker content every day,
Okay.
then number one, I would retweet you and you would get more followers. And number two, I would make sure that we started paying you for doing that, because
Okay.
it one of one of the most difficult things to do is to take these calls where you have maybe anywhere from 20 to 100 people who are live, but
Whoa.
then to get the important people, the people who really want to connect with that message, to get it. Because for 10 of us to be online for an hour for 100 people to watch,
Mhm.
it's okay. But what we really want is for the kernels of knowledge to get spread, so
Yeah.
that thousands of people can pick that up if they're inclined.
It's like you're making a trailer for a movie. But you take the most interesting things and condense it into a, smaller, digestible, eye-catching
Yes,
piece of content. That's
and
good.
we have so much content, and so really it would just be like a 1 minute a day clip, and I don't know how long that would take you, but it is definitely something that we would, well, I can't speak for all of ETHStaker. I'm just one member of it, but
Right.
I'm very confident that it's something that we would be willing to reimburse you for.
Well, in all honesty, I enjoy film editing, and or video editing, and I have some experience with it, so I wouldn't be that. Uh, it wouldn't be the most time consuming part of my day.
Were you into the short film stuff that Joe and Amy were
Yeah.
doing?
Yeah, that's as a matter of fact, absolutely. It was my group of friends that Amy got into. She acted in several of those projects, and they always went all in. They were great, and yeah, I usually did the sound and the video editing for that. So yeah, several.
That skill is extremely valuable to us because we can do content, but what we're not excelling with is content distribution. We're
Mhm.
not getting those snippets out where they need to be.
The hardest thing for me is to that I foresee would be knowing what the most salient pieces of content to take away with and to share would be. At least at first, I figure I would eventually be able to catch on to the most important spots. But yeah, what are the nuggets, and being able to recognize them.
What I would love. So, are you available 10 a.m. tomorrow?
I am a. What time today? Tomorrow is a. Let me know the times.
It's 10 a.m. tomorrow. Is what
I can do 10 a.m. tomorrow for sure.
That is our next. That's withdrawals call number 2. And
Okay.
if you're able to join us in the Zoom, then we can back channel during it and very easily say, Jason, this is a good nugget.
Oh, okay.
And then you can say, okay, it's 10:18. I can go find that nugget later and cut it.
Okay. Yeah, that helps a lot.
That's just what it helps us a lot because we want to get information out, but it is a real challenge.
Yeah. We can give it a try at least 2 or 3 times as far as I'm concerned. And if it seems to give you a product that you guys like, I'm happy to do it. And anything where, like I said, I've got this channel that I started, and any content, especially a collaboration with some channel that's already started, that's good networking as far as I'm concerned. I'd be excited about that.
And I know. So in ETH Staker, we have a lot of different roles, and I tend to think of it as a loose collective. I don't know if we would want. So obviously, if it's public domain content, which it is, anyone can cut that up and paste it and host it on their own channel. That would be fine. I don't know if it's a better impact for it to be on the ETH Staker channel or your channel.
Oh, yeah.
But regardless. It doesn't matter. The goal.
Yeah, I'm fine with either way. Totally fine.
It's just getting it out there, and if you're able to really give us good, like find the good nuggets, and they'll be in there. If you're really able to get them, then you could host it on the moon, as far as I care, and we'll get it out.
Okay. Yeah. Tomorrow morning at 10, I can definitely be around to take a look at it and see if I can chop something up. Until you're talking about like a minute's worth of content, or
well. The call will be about an hour.
Gotcha.
And there will be maybe 10 people in the call. People from ETH Staker, people from the Ethereum Foundation, people from the community. And the target of the call specifically is to talk about changing a withdrawal address from an old style credential to a new style credential. And that doesn't mean anything to you. I know that. But hopefully, if we do good, then you will begin to be like, oh, yeah, I know what that is. And those are the parts that you can share out.
Okay.
The public consumption parts that will cause people to say, yes, I want to go check out the rest of that video.
Okay. Gotcha. Sure. And we could figure out what in the production value would incentivize that, or how to set it up to, if the idea is to funnel people towards the long form stuff, whatever the best format is for that.
I'll tell you, my real intention is just education. And I have to be careful a lot of times with education to not be sensational, to not be baity, to like not aim for views, but literally to just do whatever the thing is that really shares the most information. So
as genuine as possible. I get it.
Yeah. So like the goal of those 1 minute is not necessarily conversion. I'm not trying to trick people into watching a video they wouldn't have watched otherwise. I
Okay.
really just want to get information to them if it's something that will benefit them.
Well, I'm game to give it a look and a
Great.
listen tomorrow and see what we can do.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. No problem.
So that was enough about me. Let's talk about you.
Let's see. Well, I did that little 1.5 minute. I decided I wanted to try to do some research on security measures. And so I storyboarded and got some preliminary information. And then I decided that I would take that preliminary information and do just one of these short form videos, about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes long. Got some friends to give me some feedback on it. So I got some pretty good constructive feedback. The general impression was that the content was valuable and that a few steps could be made to improve the production quality. So, and I
Is that 1.5 minutes something you could screen share now or something you'd prefer to link to?
Yeah, I can screen share it. Let me see. Let me pull it up. Is it handy? It is handy. Let's see. And at least I think it is. My channel, videos. Okay, let me share the screen. I was house sitting when I made this, so I didn't have access to my good microphone. So the most obvious thing is going to be the potential for improved audio quality. Let's see. Share screen. What do I need to do?
I'm not typically a critic. I believe that as people are growing, like they're generally aware, like they're their own critics. I'm my own critic often, but
okay.
So you may need to click this thing that says share sound, by the way, if you haven't.
Oh,
Are you aware of this button? It's in the Zoom toolbar. If you click on share screen, advanced sharing options, it's not there.
Advanced sharing options.
No, don't do that. I don't know. There is a toggle somewhere. I don't know where it is. Maybe I'll hear your audio when you play it. Let's just.
You can't hear my audio at all?
I can hear you. I don't hear anything from your browser.
Oh, so let's see.
So for you to share your screen audio, there may be another toggle that you have to click inside of screen share.
Gotcha. Technology.
That says share audio.
I can't hear the audio either. Is it playing? Let's see. Why the hell would the audio for that be playing off my headphones when I can hear you off my Bluetooth speaker? That is bizarre. I don't understand how it makes these decisions. High definition audio device.
You're using Windows 10. Is that the desktop?
It is.
What?
Let me see if this works.
So Jason and I met in a town called Waverly, Tennessee, and I shared a computer with him, and I'm happy that it appears to be working.
It is working pretty good. Well, I'm not getting any audio though. I may just need to link to it.
Okay, that'll be fine.
But yeah, it's
or you know what? Give me the link and maybe I'll play it from my side. That might work too.
There we go. And copy. Chat.
To be honest with you, I probably am not comfortable sharing my screen without prep. So maybe we'll just click to it later. I am really curious to see it now, though, because I said, hey, you know what? Play it and talk me through it.
It's in the chat. So let's see. What do we have?
Play it and talk me through it live.
Okay. Well,
did you include the Lattice one from Grid Plus?
Is that a type of hardware wallet?
Yes.
I don't know the brands. I tried
Okay,
to show
those
a
are fine.
variety of content,
Yeah.
but
Oh, there it is. It's right there at the top left. So it looks
okay.
like we see a Lattice one from Grid Plus, and then a that's the Bluetooth model. I think it's a Ledger Nano S, and then we see a Trezor wallet, and then the one on the right, lower right. I'm not going to say what I think it is because yeah, I don't want to defame someone if I'm wrong. So I won't say
Okay.
anything.
And yeah, just sort
Good
of give.
hardware wallets.
Yeah, so hardware wallet saves you password in an offline device. Well, I talked a little bit. Well, I learned a little bit about the difference between a cold wallet and a hot wallet in terms
Cool.
of terminology. And then just very basic stuff. Two-factor authentication. I don't know why I think authentication is a word. Just the added security measure. Just explaining what that is, how you have to verify on a separate device, and how a lot of services set you up with that when you
Yeah.
initially sign on to it. I know Coinbase does that with me. Password managers, which were highly recommended, and then what were the three particular? I don't even mention it in the video, but yeah, 1Password. Oh, these three right here that are on the left: the deer, the red thing, and and the one password.
Well,
So
so one super important thing about these password managers is where the data is stored. If your data is stored in the cloud, then
right,
we've found that
that's a
that
vulnerability, I
it's
would
yeah,
think.
it's a honeypot for people to hijack.
Mm,
I really love uh, a manager called Keypass that I keep in an air gapped like it's a laptop that has never been on the internet that manages all of my passwords and seed phrases. Um, but yeah, it is so important. Again, I don't want to defame anyone, but there's recently a very serious breach where people who used an online password manager, um, the breach was announced and it was minimized, and then it was found to be much more significant than anyone thought because people's funds are being drained.
mm.
And so, yes, password managers are extremely important, but you should never trust someone else to keep your password database. You should really keep that locally at your home.
Like on a sheet of paper, or I mean,
No,
like
no. So, and
non-digitally.
that's no. So again, the one that I personally prefer is
Right.
called Keypass. It
Gotcha.
is a local password manager. It does have some browser integrations, but it's primarily like a desktop password manager that you have to enter a password for. The database stays on your local computer. So if anyone in the world wanted it, they would have to break into your computer, steal that password database, and then decrypt it. It's much more difficult than just like saying 10 million people's passwords databases are stored in one place. Let's break into that one.
Yeah,
Um,
clearly. All right, good to know. And then this section talks about VPNs. Just basically what a VPN is. I don't get into
can I
brands.
may I also say something about VPNs?
Sure.
Um, I shared a VPN password or a VPN list with you. Um, One of my favorite VPN hygiene techniques is to never tell people what VPN I use.
Gotcha.
And I would encourage you, don't tell people what VPN you use. Rather, give them the list of VPN comparisons and
Hmm.
let them choose one that works for them.
Yeah.
And the reason behind that is it's part of it is decentralization. We don't want everyone using the same VPN. We want people to use a variety of VPNs, and we also don't want any of them to become honeypots again. We don't want
Right.
any of those to become a target
Yeah.
um,
When
for
it's too
anyone to
centralized,
say,
that's when it's an
yeah,
attractive target. I get that.
if they say every Etherean uses whatever best VPN is, then that's going to become a target. So we want to reduce that potential by letting everyone choose a different one.
Yeah. Well, what did I do? I put those three. Wait. No, those were password managers. I listed three: the Shark, the Nord, and one something cloud, maybe. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But I linked to those three.
Also, as you're becoming an educator, you also become responsible for your recommendations. And so it's much better for you to say, these are VPNs. I don't know which one is best, choose your own, rather than looking at the list and saying, I like this one, without really knowing everything about it.
Yeah,
I am
I also
so
linked
careful.
to a video where a guy is sort of giving a pros and cons of
Cool.
some of the more. And I specifically say at the end that I don't endorse any specific model brand subscription service or anything like that, which is true. The last thing is software update, just real basic. Just make sure you run the software updates or set software updates.
Yeah, great.
To run regularly. And then the last. Okay, now that speaker wants to play. Geez, the audio in this house.
I love the level you're hitting. You're hitting the noob basic level. And we tend to skip over that level and assume that everyone is already like level 17. But people really are level 1, level 2. And hypothetically, like those aren't real levels. But we really should be addressing content to them. So I love that you're doing that.
Oh, yeah, dude. When I say that I'm trying to develop content for cryptocurrency, so many folks are like, oh, that would be great because I don't know shit,
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
anything
No, it's
about it.
great.
And so yeah, it is definitely if we can figure out what the sweet spot is, there are tabula rasas to be unrossed. But yeah, just exercise critical thinking. Watch out for. Watch out for.
Did you discuss SIM swapping?
No.
Oh, cool. SIM swapping is one of the biggest attack vectors for cryptocurrency holders. And so a SIM swap event is when someone calls a cell phone provider and says, "Hey, I'm Jason Davenport. I'm porting my phone to a new phone. Can you switch my account to this new phone? Let me give you the IMEI." And the hacker gives the phone representative your IMEI. They port the phone to the hacker's phone. Then the hacker goes to your exchange account like Coinbase and tries to log in. Well, you have to verify your phone number. Here we go. The hacker now has your phone number. They send a 2FA to your phone number, and the hacker is in. That is, believe it or not, a relatively common attack vector for cryptocurrency. The way to avoid that is to use a 2FA app like Google Authenticator that is phone and time based rather than 2FA that's based on your phone number.
Okay.
Any high profile hacks, most high profile hacks involve SIM swapping. And so the goal there is to make sure that your phone is essentially worthless as a security tool. Because anyone can call the provider and say, yeah, I'm Jason Davenport, and they're going to have your hacked information because it's been leaked somewhere by someone at some point. They're going to say, my social security number is 8888888. I live here. And they're going to have your correct information, and they will steal your phone. Anyway, that was a long rant, but it was worth it.
Gotcha. And that's, we wrap things up there. And then what? A little disclaimer that we're not endorsing any specific product, and encourage you to educate yourself and search products, subscription services independently.
I love education engagement community. Like that is, I love that tagline. It makes me very proud.
Thanks. And that's where we're at. So
great. So you're making real progress at targeting quality content to new people. And one of the best things about it is, unlike many of the talking heads, you're not trying to get something from them. You're not trying to trick them into something or con them into something or say, you should be buying whatever crap coin. That allows you to build credibility over time. So very cool.
That's cool. And yeah, it takes time. It does, and you can't be impatient and you can't rush it. And I talked about my therapist had to talk me down from this morning, but no amount of worrying or anxiety that doesn't make time go by quicker. You just have to let things go at the pace that they are naturally going to go.
So can I probe that? What is the relationship to time and anxiety as it relates to this project?
Oh, as it relates to this, I mean, it's just. I just think, like a lot of things in life, if I worry enough, it'll be okay, and that has proven itself wrong on so many fronts.
Yeah.
You know?
No, but I mean, I love that you're willing to acknowledge that and share that, because I love to talk about mental health, and people in cryptocurrency, they develop a lot of these neuroses that are like, if I check the price enough times, it will go up. Or
oh, really?
We have these jokes like, if you go camping, the price will go up. So people end up developing these neurotic behaviors related to what they want to happen with the price, and it can be kind of a complex ball of wax. So it's good to acknowledge that.
Yeah,
I would love a mental health in crypto video. Oh wow, sorry, hold
on. I just just the uncertainty of the unemployment thing, and just worrying about that. And I'm lucky. I think I probably had my last therapy session for a while now before I can get back at somewhere stable. But I wanted to talk to her about those anxieties. I had a real bad wave of it on Sunday night. Some friends invited me to watch the Super Bowl, which I didn't care about at all. And about halfway through the Super Bowl, I got hit with this huge wave of guilt. Like, why wasn't I sitting down working on something, on my full-time job or finding a job?
Sure.
And I got hit with this big wave of grief, and how nothing's going to happen if I don't do it. And what the hell do I think I'm doing hanging out with people on a Sunday night? And, life is not that comfortable for me right now. And I felt really bad about it. So it's either this wave of, oh shit, what am I going to do? Or if I relax for a second, it's guilt over what the hell do you think you're doing? And I have to find a happy medium between those two of healthy goal setting and realistic, achievable goal setting, and just taking care of it every day, and not trying to use guilt and anxiety to put gas in the tank of action.
Well, we have this it's a complex interplay between right now, you're experiencing a lot of anxiety because of job issues, and it's also difficult to pay for therapy while you're going through
exactly
jobless issues.
So we're going to take a couple of months off. I told her.
So we'll follow up on it afterwards, like you and I, because I anyway. Remind me to. We'll work it out.
We'll talk. That's cool.
Yeah. So what else is going on? So I love that. That's killer content. That's the right direction. We need to get it to the right people.
Right.
There's a Reddit called Ethereum Newbies. Reddit.com/r/ I think it's Ethereum Newbies. That would be a good place to get it. You also need to put it up on Twitter and then DM it to some people who might be interested.
I did share it on Twitter a couple of days ago, and yeah, that's about it. And then, just a couple of my friends that are involved in video production and just crypto enthusiasts. The crypto enthusiasts like the content, and the video production folks, had some good recommendations about ways to up the quality of it. So I was
Yeah.
pleased with the feedback that I got on it. And that's sort of the core framework for the current e-learning module that I'm working on. And like I told you, I joined this guy whose content I really liked on YouTube. He had a very affordable 5 to 8 week course that I think is really going to, I mean, gosh, after a day and a half, I spent 2 days of trying to sort this stuff out on my own and was super frustrated. And just a day and a half of his, tutorial guidance really is helping improve the work rate efficiency. And
That's awesome.
yeah, I feel a lot more at ease than I did Sunday night, and a lot less desperate. It's going to arm me with some cool ways to make these more interactive and better looking. And
yeah. Hey, can I tell you a thing from a mental health perspective? You're never going to be enough for yourself. You're never going to have enough polish. You're never going to have content that's high enough quality. You're never going to be as smart as everyone else. And there's this desire. I know because I experience it every day. Like, I want to, to put out content at the same quality as, these fantastic people. And it's my role to be proud of them and to do work that is at my level and be proud of my effort rather than expecting myself to produce at a level that's above my ability. If that makes sense.
Absolutely. And from what I understand, one's best situation is when they're not the smartest person in the room, and when they're not the most talented person in the room. You're in an opportune situation when you've been fortunate enough to put yourself in the company of people who do things well, and can hopefully, a high tide raises all ships. Will hopefully help you out with teaching you a thing or two. So I'm definitely, that's another reason why I was upset about this Super Bowl party. I was like looking around at the people I'm surrounded with eating their hot wings. It's like, what have I done? I might be the smartest person in the room.
That's hilarious.
But
I mean, I know that you have a lot of irons in the fire. And I don't know if cryptocurrency is going to be the iron that catches fire for you. But you do have that scrappy, passionate desire to succeed. And maybe that is fueled by the job situation. But a lot of people would just stop trying. They would just say, F it. I don't care anymore. I'm over it. I'm out. But you are continuing to develop skills, and you're continuing to put irons in the fire. There's I have a lot of respect for you for continuing to do that, even when things are challenging, and not just saying, I can't do this, I'm out.
Well, thanks. And it was really a happy marriage of circumstance. The opportunity to learn about this stuff on top of the interest I had in getting familiar with the software that can distribute this kind of information. So it has been circumstantially really kismet-like. So hopefully the opportunity to keep learning and keep creating stuff will last a little bit longer. I'm game. I'm hoping that by the time we get to Denver, I have a small amount of content that I can share with people. So that would be really nice.
We should talk about Denver next time.
Okay.
Talk about what you can do to improve your odds of success at growth and development through attending ETH Denver.
Absolutely. I wanted to talk to that. I wanted to talk to you about that for sure. So yeah, I got my email confirming that I was going to be volunteering. It didn't say what I was going to be doing specifically, but they did accept me my willingness to volunteer. So
That is awesome. That's really great.
Yeah.
I haven't been keeping time. I don't know. Like, I know we were aiming for 30 minutes, but I don't really know what.
We are at 42, I think. So
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
we can probably wrap it up. I've got
Yeah, you want to try again tomorrow, maybe?
yeah, I'm good with it. Yeah, I'd like to talk about ETH Denver for sure. And at
Okay.
10, if you want me to, just send me a link if you want me to be a fly on the
Oh,
wall
that's yeah.
at ETH Staker thing. That sounds good.
I'll send it to you as soon as we're over because I also want to follow up on the therapist thing.
Okay.
And if when you publish this, if you will tweet it and maybe tag me and then I'll retweet it. And
Sure.
I would also love to see you look for other places to share it.
Okay.
Like if you go to, I'll send you a link to ETH Finance and just say, hey, I'm Jason, Super Phiz's friend. This is the thing I've been working on. Because while I am happy to share it for you,
Right.
what I really want to see is you making those inroads.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm trying to think of ways to engage conversation pieces, especially when I'm trying to decide on new content to create, sort of solicit people for opinions and stuff. So yeah, trying to get a little bit more engagement and putting that stuff out there. I agree.
I would love, and I'm not kidding, I would love to see mental health in crypto. It is a thing that many of us actively engage with every day, and that's not a joke. It's not. It's so there's so much minimization of it, as in, be tougher. Like, why are you worried? But it is a real. There are things like burnout and stress, anxiety. Depression when there's a down market. Those are even mania. Like I think that there's a fair case to be made that living by the markets can create a person that appears to be bipolar.
Oh yeah, I believe it. And this is a very dynamic market, so it may even stretch it, exaggerate the dynamism even more. So
yeah,
I believe that totally. But yeah, we can talk tomorrow. Just let me know. And yeah, I have some stuff in the early morning and late afternoon, but the middle, all in the middle is pretty wide open.
Okay, I'll see you then.
Yeah, good talking to you, and
All right,
we'll be in touch. Bye.
bye, Jason.